that one because we're going to come back to it. I want to see how it changes after we do some more writing about this, okay? So I want to let Emily give you a little context first.
Where's my clicker?
Well, you don't get, oh, your clicker is Christine.
Tiffany was
Tiffany's
the click.
Okay.
One more.
Oh, sorry, that's my job, and I totally fell down on it.
So the question is, how can you be heard in cyberspace? Given the turnout today, it's clear that all of you know you need to be out there. You need a social media strategy. So the question is, though, how can you make your voice be heard? So about 6 weeks ago, Twitter passed the 1 billion tweets per week. There's more than 1.3 million blogs. There's at least 500 million Facebook users. And we're not even talking about Google Plus yet. And there's more than 70 million LinkedIn users with 10 million companies participating. You could just click. So there's lots of free tools. It's easy to put up a Twitter and Facebook account. And that's what organizations do. It's free. But many organizations still are doing one-to-many marketing or one-to-many communication. So they use social media more as a megaphone because they need to figure out how to make it more like a conversation. So what social media offers really is the power to tap into a network. And what I've written up here is really the characteristics of a network. And what they do is they break down silos. Just like you're coming here and chatting with one another, you're no longer within your institutional walls. And they create a multiplier effect. So if you wrote a great blog post or you get retweeted, that means one person tells 5 of their friends, and those 5 friends tell another 5 friends, and that's called a multiplier effect. And it also means that whatever's shared can actually pass across a network really quickly. That's what gives it its viral power.
A quick question. Will there be slides be posted somewhere?
We will, yes.
If you sign up on our handy dandy 2-pens notebook, you can get all these, the PowerPoint and handouts online, or in email.
And what's important for nonprofits is if you create an online community, it allows you to stay engaged with them and listen to them. And so it's a way in which the walls of your organization can become permeable. As you start listening to them, it will start shaping your organization. And as the organization listens to them, it'll shape how you serve your communities. The other really important point about a network is that it lets you share resources and knowledge openly and quickly. So in the past, nonprofits would have to, even through email, send it out through email, but you can post something online and share your expertise, and also if you're running an advocacy campaign, get that message out quickly. I'm going to turn it over to Cynthia.
We have to start with the whole concept of branding to be successful in social media, and I think this is the place where most people really fall down. If I look at, particularly in the nonprofit arena, I see organizations struggling with the concept of who are they and how do you portray the organization, you know, that you represent with a strong human personality that people can really connect with. So, I mean, I think, hang on, what happened here? We're a little ahead. Tiffany, you're, maybe not. We just missed one. That's all right, no problem.
You did that one.
All right.
This is my next one.
All right, that's fine, no problem. I'm looking at my handout, which is a little bit off from my slides, but okay. Every organization has a personality, and basically you just need to pick whether you are, you know, snarky and kind of mean-spirited but smart, like Simon Cowell's, or are you kind and generous, sweater wearing Mr. Rogers, or whatever you are. Brand 101 says you say that over, you say one thing, you say it over and over and over. You transmit that personality in social media, not just in words, but in every video you post to your community, in every photograph. I forget what the numbers are, but in terms of photography, the most looked at asset on social media is photography. I think it's like 7-1 in terms of words. So every one of your photographs, which you should be using a lot of, should in some way, shape, or form relate back to who and what your organization, stands for. Just as a little tip, look at other successful organizations for role models. I mean, that's how I figure out what I like, what is really working. I'm constantly trolling the social media world for what kinds of sites, what kinds of blogs and communications are really successful, and then I look at them, I take them apart and try to figure out, okay, how do we emulate what they're doing? And I'm sure that you obviously have the opportunity to do that.
Quick question.
Yeah.
You said the photos are it's like 71 over words. What about video?
Video is very high. Video and photography. I think photography, I'm not sure which is higher.
I think on Facebook it's probably photographs because there are more of them, and the most viewed photographs on Facebook are women. But I just had to throw that in there.
Okay, another little brand point I just wanted to make, not to belabor too much of this. In order to attract a following, you have to create an identity so that organizations have brands. If you are an individual, you have a personal identity and a persona, and I want to talk a little bit about the use of your personalities and personas within your own community, because another thing that I'm seeing a lot in the world of nonprofit, is that there is quite a bit of difficulty in putting a human face on the organization. So I would like to see more of you figure out humane, interesting, you could say quirky ways of communicating the brand and persona of your organization. This is really a good arena to do it in. Basically, your personality, brand, persona, whatever you want to call it, it equals who you are. Just pick one. Don't want to belabor the point, but multiple personalities will fracture your brand.